Biochemist. One Life Radio and I are so excited about the launch of our Thorne dispensary. Thorne is the most used brand by medical practitioners as a result of its industry-leading quality control. Further, Thorne has a team of doctors, chemists, and dietitians formulating their products to be the gold standard. There are very few products I would personally endorse as a clinician, nutritional biochemist, and the world's greatest formulator, but Thorne is atop my short list. Visit oneliferadio.com to shop my hand-selected vitamins and supplements, including FloraPro LP Probiotic, Berberine 500, Methylguard Plus, and Resveratrol in optimized resveratrol. Be sure to click our banner on oneliferadio.com and create an account to receive your exclusive 20% discount along with free shipping today.
Do recent media reports of unvaccinated children causing the return of measles have you worried? Could this manufactured media push be another symptom of the epidemic of fake news plaguing our nation? Let Texans for Vaccine Choice offer this cure for measles mania. 98% of students enrolled in Texas schools are up to date on their measles vaccine. We invite you to learn more about protecting your rights as we rally and fight for our freedom. For more information, go to TexansForVaccineChoice.com. Again, that is TexansForVaccineChoice.com.
EarthX, the world's largest environmental expo, returns to Fair Park April 26th to the 28th, featuring green exhibitors, speakers, an interactive virtual reality zone, film festival, tiny houses, a kids zone, auto show, and music. Register at earthx.org.
Did you know a mother rat will dip her paws into cool water and gently smooth the fur around her infants' faces? The babies put their arms around their mother's neck and pay attention while being bathed. Rats and mice fall in love, risk their lives to save their kids, and giggle when tickled. Evan Walker writes of a mouse who died of shock in a trap. His life was a life fully as real to him as ours is to us. This creature, for all the irritation it may have brought as it scampered through closed closets or up some crevice in a wall, was as precious as you or I. He was not a machine that breaks and fails. He felt. His was consciousness, full and real and fragile and precious. This is Ingrid Newkirk with Peter, reminding us that it's easy to be kind, perhaps by not using glue traps.
I like digging holes and hiding things inside them. When I grow old, I hope I won't forget to find them. 'Cause I've got memories and travel like gypsies in the night.
Welcome back to One Life Radio, everyone. This is Bernadette with Diamond Gray, Aviana Barrientos, DeWone Bennett, and I have Dr. Dan Engle on the line. For those of you just now joining us, Dr. Dan Engle, he is a medical doctor and is a practicing psychiatrist, board certified in psychiatry and neurology. His current practice combines functional medicine with integrative psychiatry to enhance the foundations of regenerative health and peak performance training. Dr. Dan is the author of the Concussion Repair Manual, a practical guide to recovering from traumatic brain injuries. I've got it right here in my hand, and it's an incredible book. It's more than just a concussion repair manual. It really is. It's a practical guide to a lot of things: how to best sleep, how to eat, what to avoid. You even touch on the ketogenic diet in here, and it's just it's an incredibly well written book about the brain. And it is. It's more than a manual just for a concussion. It's a manual for life in a lot of ways. So thank you so much for writing it. You can find Dr. Dan Engle at drdaneNgle.com. That's Dr. Dan Engle. We were talking about ketamine therapy, and I'm so excited about this subject. This is really incredible that the FDA has approved this drug. What do you want to tell people that are just now joining us before I get to some other questions I have? What do you want people to know about this drug?
Well, I think ketamine has a really unique place right now because it's, again, helping to shift our awareness of what therapeutics are possible and available for healing a lot of the ailments that we see right now. There are 5 major psychiatric epidemics on the rise: depression, anxiety, PTSD, addiction, and pain.
Wow.
And it's time for us to get more and more curious about the novel therapeutics that are available, do our due diligence to understand the science, and once we've vetted these for safety and efficacy, to be able to move them into the therapeutic arena as best we can and as quickly as we can. Ketamine is just serving as a gateway for many of these other medicines like I mentioned to you, a couple that are going into phase 3 trials right now that also engender these altered states of consciousness that can be leveraged and utilized in the psychotherapeutic arena to really get down to the core issues, to understand who we are, what makes us who we are, what's limiting us from our subconscious, and how we can heal that in order to live the most fulfilled and productive life we can.
Are there any risks or concerns with ketamine therapy?
Yeah, there are. Ketamine, it can be addictive.
Really?
I've had colleagues who say otherwise, but there are a lot of very good case reports of people getting addicted to the experience. And it has been used in recreational settings at high doses to drop people into what's called the K-hole. It is a dissociative anesthetic, so it does give you this really deep experience of dissociation if you take a high dose. One of the benefits and one of the reasons that it is used more recreationally in an arena that oftentimes can be very dangerous is because, thankfully, even though people do take very high doses, it doesn't tend to affect the respiratory drive. So many anesthetics, if you take too high of a dose, you'll stop breathing. Ketamine doesn't seem to have that same kind of effect. But long-term effects, it can still stimulate that addictive potential because it works really fast. It has an altered state that some people seek out, and therefore it kind of primes that need to have more if it is stimulating some kind of addictive process. And because you can develop tolerance, if people use it too much too consistently, then they'll need higher and higher doses. And long-term effects of ketamine at high doses include problems with the bladder and the kidney.
Oh, wow.
So it's not a completely neutral and not a completely safe medicine to use at any dose that people would want to use. But the same can be said for most other pharmaceuticals. Tylenol, as far as over-the-counter medicines, contributes to more death than any other medicine that we know, and it's mostly because of availability, but also because there is toxicity associated with it. So every medicine has its sweet spot. If you don't use enough, there's no effect. If you use too much, it's poisonous.
Yeah.
So with any big tool, it becomes our important discretion to know how to use it, our personal responsibility to use it well and as prescribed. And when that happens, medicines like this have a phenomenal therapeutic effect and potential for helping to heal a lot of people's really severe chronic depression.
Well, I'm thinking about typical drugs that are prescribed for depression, which make you gain a lot of weight, which makes you depressed because you get fatter, and your body's inflamed, right? And so does does ketamine have that side effect? Does it make you gain weight?
Doesn't seem to. No, it doesn't even work on the same receptor profiles and doesn't seem to have the same neuroendocrine side effects. It works on a completely different set of receptors. It works on the glutamate receptor and the NMDA receptor. That includes the pain relieving qualities. It also stimulates synaptogenesis, or new brain synapses to fire and wire. That's why we use it at our clinic at Revive, which is a clinic for concussion, traumatic brain injury, and stroke. And we're using therapeutics to actually improve brain function at a cellular level and communication through what's called synaptogenesis, or it increases the connections between brain cells and neurons. And ketamine, because it has that, it's good for depression, and it also is good for chronic pain, and it also can be used as a novel treatment for PTSD if used with psychotherapy. So many people who have had a brain issue or stroke, they have depression. They have associated trauma related to the injury itself, and they can oftentimes have chronic pain. So ketamine is one of those where it can come in and actually relieve each of those three symptom clusters. And we've seen amazing things happen with it. There aren't a whole lot of people that are using ketamine for brain recovery, but that's another novel potential therapeutic arena, because that's a whole nother field of science where classically neurology has had really good diagnostics but really lousy therapeutics. And if somebody had a brain injury, this is why I wrote the concussion repair manual, they're essentially like, well, go home, get some rest. We don't really know how to treat it. We can tell something bad happened, but we don't have great therapeutics. And so ketamine is just one of these growing list of novel chemicals and pharmaceuticals that are, I think, stimulating new potentials for neuroscience and the whole field of psychiatry in general.
Yeah. As usual, the time is just blown by. I could listen to you speak for hours, I swear. We've only got about a minute, though, because I want to ask you a question that just popped into my head that I wasn't planning on asking you, but I feel that it's important. We're talking about the human brain. CBD oil. What do you feel about CBD oil and the benefits for the human brain?
CBD is amazing. And I heard on your commercial break that, yes, the federal government has had medical patents for cannabis as an antioxidant and as a neuroprotectant. CBD does both. It's neuroprotectant. It's also neuroreparative. It's also an antioxidant. So people with brain trauma, it's amazing. People with pain, chronic insomnia, cerebral inflammation, whether it's from a microbial infection or side effects from pharmaceuticals. There's a lot of data to support CBD, and it has a really nice, wide dose range, which means some people use a little bit and get benefit, and you can use quite a bit without obvious side effects and have a therapeutic window that's pretty generous depending on what people's level of severity is and how they need to use it.
Yeah, it makes me happy and calm. That's why I asked. I mean, it really does. What?
That always helps.
Well, it's always great talking to you. It really is. Maybe next time you come on, we can talk more in depth about CBD oil and the endocannabinoid system. I'm sure you know a lot about that as well.
Yeah, happy to talk to you about that as well.
Okay. All right. Dr. Dan Engle, his book is The Concussion Repair Manual, a practical guide to recovering from traumatic brain injuries and so much more. Check it out. I think I ordered mine on Amazon.com, but
I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah.
I've had so many concussions from sports as a kid. I'm definitely going to give it a read.
Oh, you have to get a copy for sure. Go. Thank you so much, Dr. Dan. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, you're welcome, Bernadette. I look forward to the next time.
Okay, me too. All right, everyone, stay tuned. We've got DeWone Bennett coming up. We're going to be talking about having difficult conversations with your kids continued.
She's my sweet little baby. I'm a little lover boy.
Give your body some soul with Sun Warrior's new Soul Good protein bars. Sun Warrior is committed to making the best plant-based proteins and superfood supplements from the finest organic ingredients across the globe. Soul Good bars have an amazing profile. They have 17 to 19 grams of clean organic protein, very low sugar, and 16 to 17 grams of fiber. They're available in delicious flavors like blueberry blast, coconut cashew, cinnamon roll, and salted caramel. Check them out online at sunwarrior.com. That's sunwarrior.com. And give your adventure some soul.
Wellbeing Journal is a remarkable bi-monthly health publication esteemed by intelligent readers worldwide. It's available in print or digital, single issues or subscription. Its focus is on living a happy, healthy life and preventing or healing illnesses naturally. Preventing or healing cancer, arthritis, cardiovascular conditions, and digestive issues, as well as nutritional solutions for optimal health are regular subjects. Learn more at wellbeingjournal.com.
Hi, this is Vaughn Eaglin. As a licensed professional counselor and supervisor, I spend my career helping people cope with emotional problems. But today, I want to talk to you about nutrition. People ask me all the time for nutrition and weight loss advice, and I always find myself recommending a raw vegan protein, a food supplement called Warrior Blend by Sun Warrior. I wasn't always active and fit. In fact, I was very overweight as a child, and as a counselor, I must emphasize the importance of the mind-body connection. A clean body helps with a clean mind. Start today with Sun Warrior Blend Raw Vegan Protein. For more information, go to sunwarrior.com and start living clean today.
Hi, everyone. This is Bernadette. Do you know why I love Paleo Magazine? Paleo Magazine was founded with the purpose of providing readers with the information they need to live strong, vibrant, healthy lives. They are dedicated to partnering with leaders in the paleo community to spread the knowledge of ancestral health principles without the influence of big pharma or big agriculture. Paleo Magazine. Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram, or visit them at paleomagonline.com. That's paleomagonline.com.
Hey, this is Sean Wells of the International Society of Sports Nutrition. One Life Radio is proud to partner with the ISSN. The ISSN is the world's leading scientific organization dedicated to the science of supplements and sports nutrition. For their latest conferences and events, go to the ISSN.org. That's the ISSN.org.